All right, guys, welcome back to Weekend Smile. Roy T. Anderson is a Jamaican-born actor and U.S.-based stunt coordinator slash stuntman, writer, director, and filmmaker. He is the producer of two award-winning documentaries, Aquantu, The Journey, done in 2012, and the Queen Nanny legendary Maroon Chieftainess, is that correct? All right, done in 2015. And now, the life and legacy of Marcus Garvey.
Up you mighty race. You can accomplish what you will.
Up you mighty race.
You can accomplish what you will.
A hidden mystery of stolen legacy of my history. 'Cause I know my culture, of my ancestors.
Wow,
I
I
like
just
that.
got goose pimples.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I love that. Hi, Roy. Welcome to Weekend Smile.
Hey, how you doing? It's early in the morning. Thanks again for having me on your show.
Of course. I hope you had your Blue Mountain coffee.
Not yet, but I'm a Milo person.
We'll send you something. We'll send you something. Roy, this is a big one. I mean, Marcus Garvey and the story of Marcus Garvey is a massive one for sure. You know, tell us about it. How did you manage to kind of put that all together in a documentary? How long is it too?
Well, it took me from start to finish probably about maybe 5 years, but I really got to thank Dr. Julius Garvey. He's the youngest son of Marcus Garvey, to really like spur that interest in me. When he first approached me about doing a project on his father, man, I said to myself, I don't know if I can handle a project like that. But the bottom line was, I was just finishing up my film on Queen Nanny, and I said to Dr. Garvey, you know, I'd love to do this, but I can't, because I'm the type of person that when I do something, I like to do it 100%. So as luck would have it, we connected again a few years later, laid the groundwork for the documentary, and I'm the main driver of the film. And here we have it, African Redemption, the life and legacy of Marcus Garvey.
Yeah, what are you looking forward to most from the airing of this film? Because I know a lot of people know the story of Marcus Garvey, but a lot of people don't understand his relevance to society then and now.
Well, I mean, I basically wanted people to know that, you know, as we saw in the trailer, before Black Lives Matter, there was someone named Marcus Garvey. And before people shouted, Black I'm Proud, in the 1960s, the man who inspired all of them, you know, from Malcolm X to Martin Luther King on down to Nelson Mandela, Kwame Nkrumah, was a little Jamaican that was born in St. Anne's Bay. That I'm very, very proud of, that a man, you know, stepped on the stage in 1916 at the height of the Harlem Renaissance to say that you are a new Negro. You're not that one that was beaten down when your ancestors were brought over here on the slave ships.
Yeah. You know, the more I think about it, is the more it just dawning really on me how massive this is. And to play Marcus Garvey is a big deal. How did you land Keith David?
Wow. I still don't know how I landed him, but I mean, the ancestors were doing their work. You know, I'm a Maroon, so I know that they were doing their thing, right?
Yeah.
And to get someone like Keith David on my project, he is the voice, the #1 voice in Hollywood in terms of narration. And he saw my first film on the Maroons of Jamaica, Aquantu. And, you know, by the strength of watching that, I got an email from him on his way over to Africa to work on his first film. And he says, brother, I want us to work together. I didn't know when that was going to happen, but here it is.
Yeah, and you talk
African Redemption.
Yeah, you mentioned the other two films, Aquantu and Queen Nanny. What did those two films do for you in the build-up to this?
Well, I mean, we're calling this the completion of my trilogy. And the thing is, there's a common thread throughout all the three films, and that's this whole notion of resistance. And we celebrate a proud heritage of resistance, on this side of the Atlantic Ocean. Our ancestors, brought over from Africa, chained and shackled, at the bowels of a slave ship. But deep in their mind, they were not slaves. They were free. So, minute they landed on these Jamaican shores and other territories in this world, they decided that, hey, Master's not going to keep me on that farm. I'm gonna take off and I'm gonna head up into the mountains and set up my own community. They call it marronage, flight from bondage. Still going on today. May not be physical, but Marcus Garvey talked about emancipating yourself from mental slavery. We're doing that these days.
Yeah, I love that. Tell me about one thing you learned about Marcus Garvey that you did not know before.
So many things. I mean, I didn't know the depth of his meeting with the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. I'm saying to myself, my God, this man got some nerve. Unarmed, broke down the door and stepped foot into their office and say, you got to deal with me man to man because, I can't deal with the president of the United States because he's bigging up a film like Birth of a Nation, which glorifies the Ku Klux Klan. So Garvey says, well, if I can't deal with the president, I'm going to deal with somebody man to man. But the unfortunate thing was the Klan, they don't really care about the humanity of black folks. As far as they're concerned, blacks can go back to Africa. And you figure, that's what Marcus Garvey wanted. But I think he misread Marcus Garvey because, he once said, there's some blacks that are good over there, but won't be good, or something like that. Not all blacks are going to be, good in Africa. So this whole notion of back to Africa, it's physical, but it's also mental, transporting yourself to where it all began, and that's the motherland.
Yeah, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Culture, Gender and Sports here will be showing the film on TVJ and on PBC. What is your hope for the generation that's coming up? What do you hope they learn from this film? Well,
First of all, even before talking about what they'll learn from this film, I want them to see somebody on the screen that looks like them. And I want them to be inspired, and I want them to be proud of their beautiful melanated skin. And I think Marcus Garvey would want that as well. And I also want them to learn to know that, here was a man, up against all odds, was able to just go to the world stage and just, let it on fire. And was basically the catalyst for like succeeding generations of African leaders, who I mentioned before, to go to their country and to claim, listen, we don't want to be, we don't want to kowtow to the colonial empires anymore. We are a free people. We're a proud people, not just in Africa, but in the Caribbean. And that's what happened. That's what happened. Marcus Garvey says, up you mighty race. You can accomplish what you will. That mantra, holds so strong to this day.
Thank
Roy,
you
so
much.
much, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Hope you enjoy the film.
Yeah, we will, and I really want to say we appreciate the effort you put in. 5 years it seems like a long time, but
It's
it
a
happened
labor
so
of
fast.
love and legacy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't do it any other way.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Roy T. Anderson. The 85-minute feature film will be aired on TVJ October 17 and 18. So be sure to check that out. I don't want to miss this. I'm sure you won't want to miss it either.
Gotta watch
Yeah,
that.
I'm excited, especially from the trailer, and even seeing like Usain Bolt in it, and people who are Danny Glover. It's something I'm really looking forward to, and
I'm very happy it was done.
Yeah, I am too.
Very happy it was done. The
Yeah,
next generation will know where we're coming from,
Yeah, and then,
what we're coming from,
and where we're going.
Yeah.
That was Jamaican-born actor and filmmaker Roy Anderson. We Can Smile. We'll be right back.